Hello farmers, welcome back to Wyhter Farms, where I am making those straw bales this afternoon like I promised Sherman Douglas that I would. But I did have a slight conversation with him because I did ask him if he had any relation to Oliver. And when he said Oliver was his father, I got a little confused because Mr. Wythers is his father, but they're one and the same. Oliver Douglas is Mr. Wythers. Mr. Wythers is Oliver Douglas. The whole thing comes about, and Sherman really opened up to me about everything that's going on with his father. So years ago, I guess Oliver at the time came out and pretty much told everyone that he was abducted by aliens and that he believes in aliens, and people started seeing him as a bit of a loony bin, so they stopped doing business with him. So he kind of told people that he was going to sell the farm, and he changed his name and changed the name of the farm to Wyhter Farms. That's why he never does the work himself. Apparently he has other people do work, so people would think there's a guy named Mr. Wythers running the farm. But here we are. And that's why the farm's not doing so well, because it caught on last year, apparently, that Mr. Wythers is Oliver Douglas. So people stopped doing business with him once again. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure about the alien thing myself. I just let it be. I'm just going to come up here, make the straw bales as promised, leave them 5 straw bales, take the rest for myself, and go on and sell. And I don't know what's going to happen here, but from the sound of things, I'm guessing, yeah, they'll probably have to sell the farm for how far the farm has fallen just in the last year or so. It's kind of a shame. He seems like a really nice man. I just don't know what to think about it. I mean, I think I believe in aliens, but do they visit here? I have no idea. I don't think so. That's just me. I'm just going to get back to doing straw bales. I'm going to stick to what I know. Sometimes that isn't much. But man, am I making some straw bales. I was expecting, not that many. I mean, he only wants 5. I'm going to be making way more than 5. I got plenty more still to go. I did stop at the store after talking to Sherman. I kind of went home, had a sandwich. On the way back, I stopped at the vehicle shop. And tomorrow is the big day. I have scheduled leasing the Krone Big M mower. They'll have that here tomorrow for me, hopefully first thing in the morning. And also a loading wagon I leased, but they're going to have to bring it from another shop from across the county. So I told me I probably won't need that until the afternoon. So hopefully I can get a lot of that field mowed. I don't know if I'm going to mow both fields or just one and see how it goes, because I really don't know how the yield's going to be off that field. But that'll be tomorrow. The weather's looking good. I'm only concerned about the grass drying on me. So if I can mow it early in the morning, that'd be great. What would even be better if we had like a little bit of rain shower tonight. Kind of keep that grass wet so it'll take longer to dry tomorrow. That's my only concern. But other than that, going to mow it with the Big M, hopefully quickly and fast. And then I got pretty much the biggest loading wagon that I could find that this tractor right here could haul around. And then of course we're going to bring the grass to the BGA. Got to spend some time with this tractor to compact it. And all they have to do is call the owners of the BGA, and they'll come and wrap it up. They got wrappers there, so they'll go ahead and take care of it for me. They need just about a 15-minute notice, and they'll show up and wrap it on up. They're kind of excited to get all that grass, silage in a few days' time, make some energy, and sell it to the public. That's the whole purpose of the BGA. But I need a little bit more cash just to feel kind of secure. Loaning up this equipment is going to cost me quite a bit. The Big M is expensive as it is. I was going to do it one way, this whole mowing job, but I think this is going to be the best way for me. Originally I thought about using the Big M and then buying a bigger baler and a faster wrapper, because my equipment is kind of used. I haven't got a chance to repair it yet. Then I thought, you know what, the BGA is right there. I'll go ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. And that's going to work out a lot better for me. It's going to be a lot cheaper that way for me to lease this equipment as well. And then in a few days I'll have to lease a wheel loader or something, because I don't have any option for a front loader on this and load up the BJ that way. So I thought, you know, if I'm going to lease a track, if I have to lease a tractor and a wheel loader or something like that, I might as well go big or go home. Either go with a wheel loader, but I do have an option of using a belt system. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but I got to wait a couple days for the grass to turn to silage anyways. So I'll make up my mind then. The belts will probably be cheaper to lease. I guess all depends on how the money is going at that critical time. Speaking of money, I do have to get to another job today. I have to go seed a field, and it's kind of weird, but the field is actually right over to the right hand side. There we go, that field right there. I got to seed that field this afternoon. I believe they said with oats. So a few days ago, I did go ahead and cultivate a field over the hill, and that's the same field owner, but now they want me to go ahead and seed that with some oats. I just got to go pick up the tractor and the seed drill, and I'll go ahead and take care of that for them this afternoon. I'm going to get paid about $5 grand for doing that. I was like, heck yeah, I kind of like that. $5 grand, I'll do it. But it's got to be done today. Oh, okay. So that kind of screwed up my plans for myself this afternoon. I was going to go back, mow my grass, wrap it, or bale it and wrap it, but that grass is not going anywhere in the job for $5,000 for seeding a field. So yeah, somebody else can take that up. They want to get it planted so it can kind of germinate, and that way it'll be set for them next season apparently. But that extra $5 grand will definitely come in handy when it comes time to lease the Big M and that loading wagon that I got set for us to go on. I mean, if I can get those both grass fields, that'd be perfect. But that is a lot of work for one person. I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely was undersizing how many straw bales I was gonna get off this field. I don't know how many I originally said this in the early morning when I was harvesting this field, but I was thinking like 30 or so. I'm guessing I might be approaching 100 bales. So even though straw is not going to sell for much, I mean, eventually you bring enough bales down and it's going to add up. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and sell all these. I have no use for them whatsoever. I don't know who to sell them to, if anyone needs them for animals or whatnot. So, I mean, I know where to sell them here at a store. They'll take them and they'll distribute them somehow one way or another, but a lot of bales here. Definitely more than I thought. And it does make me think, though, this baler is pretty good. For the price we paid for the equipment that we got, I pretty much almost got the money back in return already just from mowing the grass field once. I mean, I'll get it back after I mow it a couple times. But in long term, if I'm going to be doing a lot of baling around here for all the farmers, this may not cut it. Yeah, having to manually unload the bales all the time. Yeah, it can get on you a little bit for having to keep track of exactly what's going on with the baler. So maybe have to upgrade to a square baler. It'll spit them out the back so I can just keep on going, not having to stop. Because I'm, stopping, and I mean, it's wasting time in a way. And time is, well, it's money. So if I can keep something where I just keep on moving, that'd be great. This will have to do for now, and it's doing a fine job, but I think long term I may have to rethink this process a little bit more. But if I do go with the square baler, the baling trailer I used last time I did my grass field, that won't work with square bales. I'll have to either swap it out, so I may have to rethink this whole situation here. I guess it's all going to come down to when I mow the big grass fields tomorrow. I mean, I can kind of get a good idea of roughly how much I'm going to get after I get an old compact at the BGA. I'll get a rough idea of the size of it. And I can kind of calculate a little bit how much money it's going to bring into me, and then I can kind of figure out what to do then and there. So I'm glad I'm almost done here, because I need to go down and get the tractor and the drill and get up here and start planting that field. It's got to be done today. Another one of those rush jobs. A lot of farmers around here like to give me rush jobs, and apparently I'm the guy to do it. Or am I the idiot to do it? I don't know. Yeah, they want to get it planted as soon as possible so it can start to germinate. I guess that way it'll make it through the winter just fine. And then they'll have all of next year. Well, the springtime to harvest it. I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing there's got to be 100 bales here. And probably what I'm going to do, I know Sherman did ask for about 5 bales. I'm probably going to give him 6. Because with the baling trailer, it just makes it easier to load 6 bales up and then unload it that way. Yeah, I got a little bit of pieces here and there. I really don't have the time, but yeah, there's got to be like 100 bales here. A lot more than I was anticipating from the get-go. But that's good. That's good for me. More bales just mean, you know, more money for me. Looks like to me we get to drive a big boy. A big John Deere. Better definitely check for traffic now. I still keep checking as if cars were driving on the right side of the road, not the left. I don't know if I'll ever get that squared away or not. But I'm kind of excited now to sell those straw bales. I mean, it's not going to look like a great total every time I go down there with the load. But it's going to be a lot of loads. It's going to be like maybe 7 trips. So, I mean, it could be a few $1,000s right now. A few $1,000s is going to go a long ways for me. Because the big job's going to be that grass field. Speaking of grass field, let's cut into here. And this is the way to get in here, I suppose. So yeah, they want oats. So we got some oat seeds. Let's go and unfold this Lemke on out. No GPS, so I have to be kind of accurate with this. Always works better after you turn the equipment back on. I mean, I think I would know that by now, but I took off and it was like, oh yeah, I forgot to turn on the seed drill. This is actually a pretty big darn field. It's going to take me a while to do this. But I guess that's why they're paying me the money that they are. But at least I get to use a nice big John Deere. This drill, I don't think I've used this before. How big is this field? Wow, this is going to take me a while. Quite a while. Oh, well, there's only one thing to do. What's it saying? There's nothing to it but to do it. There we go. Nothing but to do... Nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. And I'll be here doing it for a while. Oh, good. The edge of the field's coming on up. Probably do a headland or two. Because I'm awfully close to the hedgerows over here. Yeah, that field over the hill, cultivated that not long ago. Looks like they got some crop in there already. I'll come back at these corners if I have to. I know the owner said they'll be up here at sunset to see how it looks, and I'll probably be here that long, so... Yep, I'm just going to get to it.
The thing about giving your heart away is hoping love will never die. Life unfolds in the strangest ways, and sometimes you just can't keep love alive. But I've tried, and I've tried, but I just can't drink you off my mind. Since you left me, things have been so heavy. I just cry, 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 cry. If you want to take why not take the rest of me? 'Cause all that's left are just these crying eyes. And I've tried, but I just can't drink you off my mind. Since you left me, things have been so heavy. I just cry, 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 cry. The winds of change someday might bring you back to see the remnants of the man that you once had. But if you look beyond the smile and the way, it's just a bunch of space I tried to use to fill your place. And I've tried, but I just can't drink you off my mind. Since you left me, things have been so heavy. I just cry, 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 cry. I just cry, 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 cry.
This should just work out perfectly because it is near sunset and I'm just about done. So I'm assuming the farmer's going to be pretty well pleased what I got done today, which is the field itself, is what they wanted done. I got one more pass to make. It's just unfortunate that the width-wise, I didn't quite get it as one would hope. But you know, I'm not driving in straight lines with this quad steering John Deere tractor anyways. Not too bad though. At first it was really terrible. You could see wavy lines go up and down, but as you drive it and get more accustomed to it, yeah, I get used to it. This takes me a minute or two. The good news is I have enough seed in the drill so I don't have to go top it off anywhere. One more pass here. It should do it, like I said. Now I'll bring the tractor and drill back where I got it from. Unless the owner is going to come here before I leave and maybe they'll take it. There's always a chance, but if they do, I gotta get a ride back home, or I guess I'm walking home. Although, you know what? Wouldn't be a bad evening to walk home. I mean, look at that temperature, you know, upper 60s. Winter's going to be here before you know it, and next thing you know, I won't want to walk outside. So maybe I'll just walk home. But then again, that's if the owner shows up and takes the tractor and drill anyways. But tomorrow is a big day. I'm going to have to go ahead and make sure I sleep well, but get up bright and early. They'll have the keys and the Big M for me outside, so I can go get the Big M before they open on up and get ready and gone on that grass field. I think what I'm going to do is approach it one field at a time and see how much I can get done, see how the day is going, and approach it like that. I don't want to try to cut both fields and then realize it's late in the day and I'm not going to have time to pick up the grass. So I'm going to mow one field, see what time it is, and judge it from there. I don't want to cut both fields, like I said, and then they have to sit overnight because I'll lose a lot of the grass that way. And the worst thing that could possibly happen is if the grass then turns to hay. Let's go ahead and fold this on up. Let's get this John Deere off this field. But not too bad. I mean, if you look at the day I actually had here, in the morning we harvested the field for Mr. Wythers / Oliver Douglas. Oliver Douglas. Got the bales all done, so I can pick those up in a few days' time. And we seeded a field. I'm going to get paid nicely for it because I got it done. $5,000 worth. I'll take that. Bring it on back over here. See if anyone's here. If they're not here, then I'm going to bring it all the way back to their farm And then, yeah, I'll just trot on home because it's not too far from where I am. You don't see either of the Douglases outside. Careful with the tractor. Nope. Don't see anyone here. I did take care of the animals today, so they should be fine tomorrow without me having to come up. I haven't really checked on the sheep too much. Sheep are pretty easy because they got grass growing in the field. Just gotta make sure the water's topped off. As for the pigs, though, they need pig food now and then. And of course, water topped off also. Hopefully no one's coming down the road because this thing takes up a lot of space. But look at that sunset. What a way to end the day. Hopefully tomorrow the weather is just as good. I cannot wait to see how much grass we do get done. And hopefully it's a lot because the more the better, the more money I bring in. Maybe I can buy some sheds and maybe some equipment. And if I get enough, could I possibly buy a field?